In the quiet dawn of the desert, the first sunlight shone upon the golden sands. The Israelites gathered in a vast multitude amidst the bleating of sheep and the footsteps of camels. In the distance, the rumble of Pharaoh's army approached like thunder. Before them lay the vast Red Sea, behind them, the deadly threat of their pursuers. In that moment, all eyes turned heavenward, where faith would be tested, and God's glory was about to be revealed across the sunlit, windswept desert. God had led his people out of Egypt with mighty miracles. Now, camped by the Red Sea, fear gripped them as the sound of hooves and chariot wheels of Pharaoh's army drew near. Facing the sea with enemies behind, they cried out to Moses. Amid the chaos, he remained calm, eyes lifted to heaven. With a steady voice, Moses reassured them, "Do not fear. Stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord." Faith began to kindle in the midst of terror. Moses raised his sacred staff, stretching his hand over the sea. Immediately, a strong wind blew, whipping up spray and splitting the waters, forming a dry path between towering walls of water. Amid the whistling wind and mystical light, the Israelites witnessed the miracle before their eyes. Step by step, trembling yet filled with faith, they moved forward. Between the high walls of water, they pressed on, trusting that God guided them, and his salvation opened the way through the deep sea. The Israelites walked across the dry seabed, walls of deep blue water, towering like mountains on either side. The roar of the waves echoed, yet hope and trust swelled in their hearts. Every step was a challenge, but also proof of God's power. Moonlight reflected on the water, illuminating their path to the opposite shore. The wind continued to support them along the miraculous path. In the silence and awe, they realized faith had opened the way, and God's hand was protecting them amid the deep waters. Seeing the dry path, Pharaoh's anger and pride flared. He commanded his army to charge, the clatter of wheels and pounding hooves like rolling thunder. Gold-plated chariots dashed forward, dust and spray rising thick. Spears glimmered in the moonlight as soldiers roared in triumph. Yet they did not see that the path was a trap set by God. Blinded by hatred, Pharaoh and his army plunged into the sea, chasing the Israelites in the illusion of their own might. As the Egyptian army advanced deep into the sea, God spoke to Moses again. Turning, he raised his staff once more. The wind ceased instantly, leaving a chilling silence. Then, in a moment, the waters surged violently, and the walls collapsed like a raging flood. The roar of the sea drowned out all cries. Pharaoh's eyes widened in horror as death struck. His mighty army was swallowed in the wrath of the waters, disappearing into the deep swirling sea. The sea returned to its former state, leaving only broken armor and shields floating on the surface. Silence enveloped the scene, broken only by gentle waves lapping the shore. The Israelites stood in awe, eyes fixed on the vast waters that had just witnessed a terrifying miracle. No enemies remained. Pharaoh's army was gone beneath the depths. Reverence and gratitude filled their hearts. They understood that God had fought for them, delivered them by his unmatched power, and affirmed that he alone was worthy of their trust and worship. On the shore, the Israelites raised a unified song of praise to God. The song of victory rose, blending with the sound of waves and wind, as thanksgiving to the one who made a path through the sea. They sang of his power and mercy, the one who defeated Pharaoh and freed his people from bondage. Tears mingled with smiles, hearts overflowing with joy and renewed faith. Before them, the path to freedom lay open. God, who had parted the sea, had done the unthinkable, turning despair into triumph.